I welcome you all to the online class of Triveni Memorial Senior Secondary School. Today we are going to start your new chapter. Name of your new chapter is Garbage In and Garbage Out. So as the name suggests, in this chapter we are going to discuss about the garbage or all the dump of your home and all the industry in how to dispose of that dump. Okay. So let us start by reading this chapter. So we throw out so much rubbish or garbage every day from our home, school, shop and offices. As you know, the grains, pulses, biscuit, milk, oil purchased in shop are packed in plastic bag. As we know, for packaging we use plastic. We cannot ignore plastic. We can minimize the use of plastic, but plastic is a kind of evil which we cannot ignore. We cannot completely ignore plastic, but what we can do, we can minimize the use of plastic. Okay, and tin also. All these wrapping materials go out as garbage. We sometimes buy things that are really used and often throw out in garbage. Okay, we generate so much garbage in our day-to-day activities. We often throw groundnut shells on public places, in buses, trains, and after eating the nuts. Okay, we do that. We throw away the ticket when we get off the bus. A child might go on sharpening pencil just for fun. Okay, we don't pay that much attention towards these things. Okay, we do such things for fun also. If we make mistake or spill ink on our notebook, we tear off the sheet and we just throw it away without thinking that how much efforts it takes to make single page. We just throw it away like that. And we also throw away many domestic wastage such as broken toy, old clothes, shoes, slippers without thinking once. What if the garbage is not removed from our home and surrounding? Just imagine you just piling up all those garbage and there is no way to dispose it off. What will happen? What will be the result of this thing? How do you think this will harm us? Do you think this thing will harm you in any that way? Let us see in this chapter. When Safai Karamchari take garbage from the bins, where does the garbage go and what happened to it? In this chapter we are going to study about what happened to the garbage which you are disposing of from your home. Where does that garbage will be taken by those Safai Karamcharis from your home? Is it possible for all the garbage to be changed into something that will not harm us? Is it possible to change the entire garbage into a new product that we can use after that? Let us see. Can we contribute towards this in any way? We will look for those for all these answers and many more things in this chapter. So let's begin this chapter. Okay. The Prime Minister of India launched Swachh Bharat Abhiyan mission in English. You know, I hope about this SBM. The aim of this mission is to create an open defecation free India by 2 October 2019. This day has been passed and this mission has been achieved already. Okay, children from Paheli and Bujo school did a project called Dealing with Garbage. We will learn about something that they learned through this project. Okay. So first thing in this chapter is dealing with garbage. How to deal the garbage which is creating. Let us see the ways by which we can deal with the whole garbage. Safai Karamchari collect the garbage in the truck. This is the answer. First of all, they will collect all the garbage in the truck and take it to the low-lying open area known as landfill. They will take entire garbage to the landfill area. This is typical landfill. Okay. There the part of the garbage that can be reused is separated from the part which cannot be used. Okay. So in landfill area, the entire garbage will be separated into things which can be reused and things which cannot be reused again. Okay. Thus the garbage has both useful and non-useful component. Okay, the non-useful component is separated out. First of all, we separate the entire non-useful that component, and useful component will go into either recycling bin or things, or they will be converted into entire new thing. But it is that non-useful component that create problem. Okay, then it is then spread over landfill and then covered with a layer of soil. It is spread over entire landfill. The non-useful component is spread over entire landfill, then it is covered with soil. Once the landfill is completely full, and this process keeps on going on until the landfill is completely filled. Okay, what will happen that once the landfill is completely full, it is usually converted into park or a playground. Then that landfill will be converted into park or playground. For next 20 years or so, no building is constructed on it. Why do you think so? That no building is constructed on the landfill which is full? We can construct that, but it is because so that the entire garbage will be decomposed, will be converted into that soil or the organic thing, so that it will give the rich humus to the soil. What is humus? Humus is fertile soil, fertile topmost soil which will help plant to grow. Okay, this much time, approximately 20 years, is enough for that garbage to be converted into useful component. That's why the landfill will be kept like this for at least 20 years, so that entire component will be converted into useful thing. Okay, if we construct anything on that landfill, it will harm or it will that prevent those components to be converted. That's why we should not construct. To deal with some of the useful component of the garbage, compost making areas are developed. What is compost? Compost is nothing but conversion of garbage into useful component manure. What is manure? Manures are the nutrients. Manure carry all the nutrients which are used by plant for the growth. Okay, so we can convert the garbage into useful manure with the help of compost. Okay, now what is the compost? Let us learn this through this activity. Collect garbage from your house before it is thrown to the dustbin. Okay, separate into two groups, so that first group will be having garbage from the kitchen like fruit, vegetable peels, eggshell, waste food, tea leaves including newspaper, dry leaves and everything. Okay, but group 2 will carry all the that garbage, that is cloth, polythene, broken glasses, aluminium wrapper, nail, old shoes and broken toys. Okay, so two groups has been created. One group will carry all the garbage from the kitchen and another group will carry all the other garbage. Okay, now divide the content of each group into two separate heaps. Now create two heaps, label them. Create two heaps like this. Okay, label them A, B, C and D. Okay, so two heap for each that group. Group A will create two heap and group B will create two heap, and you can label them A, B, C, D. Put one heap from group 1 and one heap from group 2 into two separate plastic bag. Okay, take two separate plastic bag and put one heap from group 1 and one heap from group 2 into those plastic bag. Tie the mouth of this plastic bag tightly. Put all the four heap into separate pit and cover it with the soil. Put them in a pit and cover them with the soil. You can also use 4 pot to bury those garbage heaps. Okay. Remove the soil after 4 days and observe the changes in the garbage. A black color and no foul smell indicate that rotting of garbage is complete. If your garbage is completely converted into black soil-like component and no foul smell is coming, then you can say that your garbage has been converted completely. Okay. Now put the heaps again in the pit and cover with the soil. Observe again after every 2 days and write down your observation. Okay. Now did the garbage, first of all you have to observe, rot completely or not smelling. Second is rot only partially. Third is rot almost completely but still smell bad. And fourth one is not change at all. Now garbage in which heap was seen to rot and which did not, you have to write in your observation. Enter option 1, 2, 3 or 4 in the column of table 16.1 based on your observation like this. Okay, you have to write it down. If you make any other observation, you can add it in your table. Do not remove or burn the garbage that did not rot. Never burn the garbage which is not rotting. Why? I will tell you very soon. If the garbage was found to rot completely and did not smell, mix it in the soil. If your garbage is completely rotten now and it is not smelling, you can mix it in your soil. It will be very beneficial for your soil. It will provide all the important nutrient to your soil, because now that garbage has been converted into compost. What is compost? Compost is nothing but the nutrient rich material which is very good for the soil. Okay. Now you must have observed from this activity that something in the garbage is rotten. They form manure which is used for the plant. The things which is rotten in that garbage is converted into manure which is very good for the plant. The rotting and the conversion of some material into manure is known as composting. So what is composting? Conversion of the garbage into manure. It is composting. Okay. In some cities and towns, municipalities provide separate dustbins. You must have seen 2-3 color dustbin. Okay. Green dustbin, blue dustbin, and black also. Black dustbin is for the medical garbage, the garbage which is created by the medical or all the scientific things. The separate garbage bin is there for those things. Okay. Usually one is colored blue and one is green, which is very that common, which you have been seeing. The blue bin is for material that can be used again, such as plastic, metal and glass. The things which can be recycled should be thrown in blue bin. Did you notice that these are the material that do not rot in the garbage? If you observe carefully, these are the material which do not rot when we put them in heap and when we put them in the pit. Okay. So there is a relationship. The green bins are for collecting kitchen and other plant waste, which has been converted in our previous activity. You may have noticed that the type of waste rot completely when buried in the soil. Do you see that? That is why it is necessary for us to separate waste into 2 groups. Okay. If we do it at our level, it will help that person who is dealing with the garbage. Okay. Have you noticed garbage heap of dried leaves on the roadside? Most of time these are burned. Okay. Farmer too often burn the husk, dried leaves and part of crop plant in their field after harvesting, though it is not at all good, and this is the main reason of the Delhi pollution which we are facing nowadays. Burning of this produces smoke and gases that are harmful for our health, and you know the consequences of this thing. We should try to stop such practices. This waste could be converted into useful compost. We can convert entire dry leaves into useful compost instead of burning them. Okay. We can use them. Here are some of the observations and thoughts noted by Paheli and Bujo from the project dealing with garbage. Okay. Bujo noted in his notebook, do not burn leaves. You will not be able to tolerate the fumes. You are not able to tolerate the fumes. Plus it is not at all good for your health. It is creating the pollution. Okay. And moreover, we can use it as manure. So why should we should not burn, that's why. Okay. Not theft really, she must have been illegal. She wanted that the government should make law against the burning of the leaves and the plant waste anywhere in the India. Okay. Now next term is vermicomposting. Before starting of this, I should tell you we can divide entire garbage into 2 categories. First one is biodegradable, second one is non-biodegradable. Biodegradable are the waste product which has been rotten in our previous activity. Okay, which can be converted into useful manure. For example, leaves, vegetable peels, eggshell, etc. And non-biodegradable are the material which do not rot easily. Okay, they cannot be converted into manure. That's why they are not good for soil. They are not decomposed by the soil. That's why they should be either recycled and we should never burn them. The burning of this non-biodegradable garbage causes pollution. Okay. Now vermicomposting, you know what composting is. Composting is changing or converting garbage into manure. Now what is this vermicomposting? We can be friend of plant by supplying them with compost. Okay. we will also very good friend with ourselves by making the compost. Okay, talking of friends, do you know that earthworms are farmers' friend? We call earthworms as farmer friend. Why? Because they help in turning of the soil. First of all, they decompose the garbage. What is decomposition? Means they broke down the garbage into small pieces, and those pieces will provide nutrient. They will provide nutrient back to the soil. That's why earthworm is nothing but the farmer's friend. Okay, let us find out how type of earthworm called redworm. Redworms are nothing but type of earthworm which are red in color. Generally earthworms are whitish or creamish in color, but redworms, the redworms are the earthworm which are red in color. Okay, they are used for composting. The method of preparing compost with the help of redworm is known as vermicomposting. You can break down the term vermicomposting into two subterm. Vermi means worms. Composting means converging of garbage into manure. Okay, so vermicomposting is conversion of garbage into manure with the help of worms. Okay, now you can try to make manure by vermicomposting in your school. For that you have to dig a pit about 30 centimeter or take a wooden box which is neither too hot or not too cold. What about the place which does not get direct sunlight? Let us now, and you have to put entire thing into the place which is not having direct sunlight. Okay, now let us now make one comfortable home for our redworms in the pit of the box. Okay, spread a net or a chicken mesh which will provide the food. At the bottom of the pit of the box, you can also spread 1 or 2 thick layer of sand as alternative. Now spread some vegetable waste including peels of fruits over this layer, which will be these are the things which will be converted by these redworms. Okay, one can also use green leaves, pieces of dry stalk of plant, husk and pieces of newspaper or cardboard to spread over this layer of the sand. Okay, however, shiny or plastic coated paper should not be used for this purpose because plastic and shiny paper are non-biodegradable garbage. Okay, they will harm redworms. Redworms cannot convert them into manure and it will harm the entire system of redworms. So never add non-biodegradable things to such system. Dried animal dung could also be used as a spread over sand or wire mesh. Okay, the earthworm can digest that animal dung and animal waste also. Now sprinkle some water to make this layer wet because moisture is needed by worms for this conversion. Take care not to use excess of water, otherwise the worms will die. Do not press the layer of waste. Same thing, it will it will harm earthworms. Basically, keep this layer loose so that it has sufficient air and moisture. Okay. Now your pit is ready to welcome the redworm. Now you can add the redworms. Buy some redworm and put them in your pit. Cover them loosely with a gunny bag or old sheet of cloth and a layer of grass. They will do their work. The redworm needs food. You can give them vegetable, fruit waste, coffee and tea remain, weed. Okay, these are the food needed by redworms. It might be good idea to bury this food about 2-3 centimeter inside the pit. Okay, do not use waste that may contain salt, pickle or oil, vinegar and milk. All these things will cause harm to earthworm. If you put these things in the pit, disease causing small organism will start growing along with the redworm, which can kill redworm. Okay, once in a few days gently mix and move the top layer of the pit. Redworm do not have teeth. They have structure called gizzard. Okay, redworms do not have teeth. They have structure called gizzard, which basically is like your mixer grinder which you use in your home. Okay, they have this structure inside their body which help them in grinding the food powder, eggshell or egg. The gizzard is so powerful that it can digest, it can grind eggshell also. Okay, this would help redworm in grinding their food. A redworm can eat food equal to its own weight in a day. In a single day, a single redworm can eat food which is equal to its body weight. So they are very good. Red worm do not survive in very hot or very cold climate. So climate should be moderate. They also need moisture around them. If you take good care of your worms, in a month time they will be double in their number, and it will help you in your garden also. Okay, observe the content of the pit carefully for 3 to 4 days. Do you now see loose soil like material in the pit, blackish soil like material in the pit? It is nothing but the manure. Put some waste as food in one corner of the pit. Most of the worm will shift to that corner, which will indicate that they are somehow eating that food. Okay, towards this part of the pit, vacating the other part. Remove the compost from the vacated part and dry it in the sun. Now dry that compost, vermicompost, in the sun for few hours. Your vermicompost is ready for use. Okay, the part left in the pit has most of the worms in it. You can use those for preparing more compost or share them with another user. Okay, use this excellent vermicompost for your pot, garden and field. It is not like getting the best out of the waste. It is nothing but getting best out of the waste. Okay, those of you who have agriculture field can try vermicomposting in the large pit. You can save a lot of money. Okay, now you don't have to buy fertilizers. Now you don't have to buy manures because it will work. Plus it's chemical free, so it will not harm your crop also. Next is 16.3, think and throw. How much of the garbage do you think is thrown out by each house every day? You can make estimate by using bucket or as a measure. Use 5 to 10 liter bucket to collect the garbage in your home for few days. In how many days does that bucket become full? You know that number of members in your family. If you find out the population of your city or your town, you can now estimate the number of buckets of the garbage that may be generated in a single day. We are generating mountains of garbage every day, isn't it? Yeah, it's true. Okay, from every home, every day, every home is creating at least 1 bucket or 2 bucket of garbage. So you can imagine the entire city garbage, okay, in single day. Let us read a story about village where there is less garbage and more wisdom. Nanu studied in class 6th. He is very fond of making paper planes. His mother is very annoyed when he tear off sheets from the new notebook to make aeroplanes, but Nanu does not care and he does not listen also. Once Nanu went to his aunt village along with his mother. He was amazed at the variety of things his cousin Shyam has made. Flies from the old chart, greeting card decorated with the flowers, made from pencil shavings, mat from the old clothes, basket from used old polythene bag were some of the items which his cousin made. Okay, Nanu liked them. Shyam had even made a diary from invitation cards. Okay, now one morning Nanu went looking for his grandparent Nani. He saw that she was applying a thick paste on the basket. Nanu asked Nani, "What are you doing? What is this paste?" "This is paper mache, a paste made up of clay and paper, in which I had also mixed some rice husk," replied Nani. Okay, "But why are you putting it on basket?" asked Nanu. "To make it stronger," said Nani and added, "Would you like to learn this from me?" Nanu was not very keen and ran outside to play. He was only interested in tearing off the paper to make plane. In fact, he also started tearing up paper from Shyam file. So you can imagine what he is destroying. Shyam collected all the pieces of paper Nanu had used, wondering what to do about him. He just did not listen to anyone. So you should be like Shyam, but do not behave like Nanu. It was Nanu's birthday in few days. Shyam planned to invite Nanu's friend. Nanu took out money from his mud pot and went to the market. He bought some paper hat for his friend. He asked the shopkeeper for the polythene bag to keep the hats, who gave him a paper bag instead of polythene. Nanu also bought many other items like biscuit and toffees. He found it difficult to carry all these things as no shopkeeper was ready to give polythene bag. Shyam had told him to carry cloth bag with him and he was sorry that he did not listen to him. Somehow he managed to reach home with all the stuff. Nanu friend enjoyed the feast on his birthday and played many games. Now all his friends wore the shiny paper hat Nanu has bought. Shyam had made beautiful paper mache mask for Nanu friend. He had a special gift for Nanu as well, a photo frame and a greeting card made from paste of all the pieces of the paper. Nanu had thrown away. It was a new experience for Nanu. Now he realized that he can even make a beautiful things out of those waste papers. All his friends went home and with their masks. Nanu was too excited to finish his meal to look at all his gifts. Okay. Now sir रोक दो. So you might have seen some children sorting the garbage near your house or other places. Observe the children at work and find out how they separate useful component from the garbage. They are actually helping us. Okay, so you should learn something from them. Talk to one such child and find out what do they do with the rubbish they collect. Where do they take it? Does he or she go to the school? What about his friends? If they do not go to the school, find out the possible reasons. Can you help this child to read and write? Have you ever helped at home to sell old newspaper, glass and metals? Have you ever done that? So, have you ever helped at home to sell old newspaper, glass and metal things, plastic bags and your old notebook to the garbage dealer? Talk to him and find out what he does with all those garbage that he collecting. What would you like to make paper from old and discarded paper like Shyam? Let us learn how to do that. For that we have to learn about next section, that is recycling of the paper. You will require piece of old newspaper, magazine, used envelope, notebooks and other paper. Do not use shiny plastic coated paper. You will also need a frame fitted with a wire mesh and a net. You can also use large size sieve in the place of frame. Tear the paper into small pieces, put them in a tub or a bucket and pour water in it. Let the piece of the paper remain submerged in the water for a day. Make a thick paste of the paper, pondering in. Basically you have to submerge the paper in the bucket full of water so that the paper will be submerged, okay, and thick paste will be there for that, okay. Now spread the wet paste on a wire mesh fixed on the frame. Pat it gently to make the thickness of the layer of the paste as uniform as possible. Wait till the water drain off. If required, spread an old cloth or a sheet of newspaper on the paste to let it soak up the extra water. Okay. Now carefully remove the layer of paste from the frame. Spread it on the sheet and keep that in the sun. Keep the corner of the newspaper sheet pressed by putting some weight so that extra water will be removed and paper will not curl up. You can also add food color, piece of dry leaves, flower petal and a piece of colored paper in the paste before spreading to give it beautiful pattern and to give it beautiful color. It would help you to get a recycled paper with a beautiful pattern, okay. Now you know the magic of recycling. Now you can recycle the paper you want to. Next topic is plastic boon or a curse. Okay, let us see whether the plastics are boon or a curse or both. Whether the plastics are our friend or our foe or both. Let us see. Some kind of plastic can be recycled, but not all of them. Did you notice that polythene bags and some plastic did not rot in activity 1? You might now easily understand why polythene bag creates such a big problem, because they are not decomposed by the bacteria, by the microorganism in the soil, so we cannot degrade them. If we burn them, it will cause harmful gases, poisonous gases. So there is no way to dispose this plastic bag. This is the problem with the polythene. Okay. It may be a little difficult to imagine our life without plastic. We cannot imagine our life without plastic because cutting down of plastic from our life completely is not possible. We cannot imagine it. Okay, even in a single day you need plastic. Okay, because we don't have any proper alternative for that plastic. Shall we list a few things that we use are made up of plastic? Toys, shoe, bag, pen, comb, toothbrush, your mobile phone, bucket, bottle, TV, fridge, everything needs plastic. Okay, the list is very long. Can you name a few parts of the bus, car, radio, television, refrigerator, scooter made up of plastic? The use of plastic in itself might not create so much of a problem. Problem also arise when we use plastic excessively, okay, and ignorant about ways of disposing their waste. This is what is happening all around us. We might even be actually we are responsible for the harmful effect of the disposal of the plastic. Okay. We often use plastic bag to store cooked food. Sometimes this bag may not be suitable for keeping eatables. Consuming food packet in such plastic bag could be harmful for our health because they will release harmful gases also. Many a time shopkeeper use plastic bag that have been used earlier for some other purpose. It will cause harm for our health. Sometimes bag collecting the rag picker also used for after washing them. Okay, use of such recycled plastic bag to keep food item could be harmful for our health. For storing eatable, we must insist on our use. We should use plastic only once for eatables. Okay. All kind of plastic give out harmful gases upon heating or burning. These gases may cause health problem including cancer also in human. The government also had laid down guidelines for recycling of the plastic. Plastic can be recycled, but we cannot use that recycled plastic for storing food. Okay. So basically we can use different things instead of plastic, but we cannot cut down the use of plastic. So what we should do, we should minimize the use of plastic where we can do that. For example, we can use tiffin box made up of metals instead of the tiffin box which is made up of plastic. Okay, we can use paper bag or jute bag instead of using plastic bags. Okay, now you must have noticed people often fill garbage with plastic bag and then throw it away. When stray animal look for the food in this bag, they end up eating or swallowing those plastic bag, and it will sometimes they will die off because of this thing also. The plastic bag thrown away carelessly on the road and the other places get into drain and sewer system, and it will block the entire that system also sometime. Okay. Result in grain get choked and the water spill on the road. During heavy rains, this might create flood-like situation, especially in the area where drainage system is not proper. There is a lot of harm that too much use of plastic can do. You have seen. What could we do to minimize overuse of plastic and deal with garbage? First of all, we make a minimum use of plastic bag. We can reuse the bag whenever it is possible without any adverse effect. Okay. We insist shopkeeper to use paper bags. We carry cloth or jute bags with ourselves while we are shopping. We do not use plastic bag to store eatables. We do not throw plastic bag here and there after use. We should never burn plastic bag, okay, and other plastic items. These are the things which we can do. Other than that, we do not put garbage in plastic bag and throw it away. We should use vermicomposting at our home and deal with our kitchen waste very usefully. We should recycle paper. We should use both side of paper to write. Okay, we should use slate for our rough work. We use blank sheet of paper left in notebooks for rough work. Okay. 10th, we make our family, friend and other follow proper practice for disposing different kind of waste. Think about some more ways to minimize overuse of plastic and discuss. Most important point to know and think about is more garbage we generate, more difficult it will be for getting rid of. Okay. So that's all for the chapter. Let's do the NCERT part. Very first question is, what kind of garbage is not converted into compost by the red worm? Non-biodegradable waste like plastic and wood also, etc. Have you ever seen any organism beside redworm in your pit? If yes, try to find out their name. Draw picture of this. This is a kind of creativity question. You should do it by yourself. Second is garbage disposal the responsibility only of government? No, we are also responsible. We should also take care of this thing. Is it possible to reduce the problem related to dispose of the garbage? Yes, many alternatives are there. We should follow the proper guidelines for disposals. Okay. Third is, what do you do with the leftover food at your home? You should write this answer on your own. If you and your friends are given the choice of eating in a plastic plate or a banana leaf platter at the party, which one would you prefer and why? Again, you should write your own answer in this, okay? Because different students will be having different kind of answer. Better option will be banana leaf platter, as you know, because it is biodegradable, okay? It will the disposal of banana leaf platter won't be such problem. Collect piece of different kind of paper, find out which of this can be recycled. Again, do it by yourself. With the help of a lens, look at the pieces of paper you are collecting from the above question. Do you see any difference in the material of recycled paper and new sheet of paper? You have to observe it by yourself. Next is collect different kind of packaging material. What was the purpose for which each one of was used? Discuss in group. Give an example in which packaging could have been reduced. Okay, you have to do it by yourself. Write a story on how packaging increased the amount of garbage. More packaging, more plastic is needed and more garbage is creating. Okay, you have to write it in this way. Do you think it is better to use compost instead of chemical fertilizer? Of course, it is better to use compost. First of all, because chemical fertilizers are not good for plants. They are not good for our health also. Plus, handling them is not easy. They are costly, okay, and they are less effective as compared to the compost. Okay, students, that's all for now. We will meet in our next video. Thank you.